Hello everyone, Mr. Sorkin here, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Today we are continuing on with our character showcase, moving on to the Ashen Wolves, the secret DLC characters in the original game. And we're starting out with Yuri, the house leader, because he's a tricky little fool, and we love him because of that. I am making sure I am heated because I really hate a standard issue outfit. So yeah, Yuri, I made sure to get supports for them this time. So don't be like, hey, we won't have a Mercedes situation. Also, I am doing my Golden Deers playthrough file as this because I felt like it worked, okay? So don't judge me. Yes, I had Rhea there. But we are going to have Yuri there. In all honesty, I'm going to have Claude there because these two are actually quite similar than you give them credit for. For you see, dear old Claude and Yuri are both the smartest people in there. They are trained statisticians and will do anything for them. For those who know the story, the Ashen Wolves are kind of betrayed and left alone in the quarters of Garrick Mott. Left alone for DLC people to purchase. And as an expansion pass, it's actually not the worst. It's really difficult, but I'm glad we got introduced to these characters because they are really fun. Yuri is basically their version of Claude, a really smart tactician who is also a thief. Great character to have in the roster. Yeah. I don't hate Yuri. I really don't hate... Okay, that's not true. I don't hate a lot of the members of the Ashen Wolves. I will get to the ones I personally don't care for when we get to their episode. It won't be till a while, so yeah. The main thing about Yuri is a thief. He is really smart, and one of the things I don't really get across in his origin is that his mother was a prostitute. Shouldn't be laughing about that, but that's the sad truth of the matter. But it's kind of had like a My Fair Lady approach, where the person who ended up saving his mother was an intellect, who kind of taught Yuri how to read and everything. But he is extremely loyal to his house, the Ashen Wolves. Personally, not my house of choice. I am always Golden Deer boy myself. Go Golden Deers. They are my Hufflepuff. Yeah, I guess the criticism for people all of a sudden being Hufflepuffs, but just like, hey, I'm not a Hufflepuff. My Fire Emblem house is the Hufflepuff of their game. So, yeah. He is extremely fast, which is something you should notice. I'm pretty sure he is basically the substitution for Anna in this game. Why Anna is not part of it, which feels incredibly odd that Anna is not part of the roster. But just my 2 cents. But yeah, I do enjoy Yuri. Yuri's a great thief character and really fast at this game. Again, he's extremely loyal to them, especially betraying them to basically protect them in the Ashen Wolves DLC. Which wasn't a horrible DLC. I'm not going to openly hate on it. It was a good one. It was pretty decent for what it was. Anywho, hello, Meridian. Meridian? I don't know how to pronounce that, and I don't want to try. So, yeah. So, if you're wondering what the plan is for videos, I'm going to tell you right now. We are going to do all 4 of the Ashen Wolves, and I decided we're going to do a break because there's one game demo I really want to do. As kind of a break, we will do that, and then we will do the, I call them champions. But the champions, so Holtz, Yuritsa, and Rodrigue, and then we will do the staff, and then we will have one final break. We'll have the assassins too. If you're wondering, like, who does that entail? We'll also have Catherine and Shamir, the 2 heroes, and then we will take a break, do the staff, which is just Manuela and I think it's just Manuela, actually. I could have sworn Hyman was part of it. Well, in that case, if it is just that one, we'll have it part of them. But we'll have a break in between that before we do the 3 secret characters. And don't be like, oh, you guys going to do the gatekeepers? Like, no. I'm going to wait to do like an official New Game Plus on my own time. So, yeah, that should be fun. Did not mean to restore that at all, but I am happy Yuri's in this game. I was initially worried that they were going to be in it, because I thought the Ashen Wolves were great characters, and I felt like because the game knows that initial roster, they don't have to like hide them. They can have them in the forefront of the story. And while they're kind of are extras, they do allow, because they're introduced rather early in the narrative, they do get a lot of great character interactions. I think Balthus has the real best one. But we'll talk about it next time, because next time it's going to be Balti. Cannot wait to talk about Zero Balti, because Balti is basically a honey badger, but more in debt. I'm not going to spoil it, so we're going to wait to talk about that. Right now we're in the middle of playing with Yuri. If you would like, be sure to check out my original Fire Emblem 3 Houses playthrough. We did cover the DLC chapters. Did not make thumbnails for them, unfortunately. I get really bad making thumbnails for stuff. I'm trying to get better at that. But sometimes I just like, I'd rather just focus on uploading than get thumbnails ready. So yeah, thank you, Claude. That was very helpful. So yeah, if I could turn back time, that didn't really work. One thing I really do like seeing about Yuri is a lot of fan art do make Yuri effeminate or a female, which I don't really hate because I think it fits within his personality. They could go either way. He is called actually the Cunning Sparrow or the Mockingjay, actually, which I think is kind of a funny name. He looks like a bird, but I do like his kind of fashionista aspect. He kind of looks like a musketeer or a thief, which I really do like. Again, I'm happy he was included in this game. It's always great to see the DLC characters incorporated in the base game in some form of fashion. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do more moves if I can. So yeah, I did have a pair of Claude, even though I don't know who he has for the support on top of my head, but I do know that I do have support ready for him, which should be fun. This move is really cool because it just spams and you can just go around the whole area causing pain. It works for the gameplay session. So yeah. So what's been going on with everyone? I've been editing and working on reviews. I just finished a review, not for this year, but for future down the line, when I need stuff to fill out the year. Yeah, that's part of a lot of my stuff is just like, oh, I have to watch stuff way far in advance. I watched a horrible movie that I have to watch again for work, which can be fun. And that movie is called Lucy. I really didn't care for it. I have to watch it for work because he's like, hey. And I'm just like, hey. And he's like, so basically I get paid to show movies for reviewing. And I watched the movie and I fell asleep. I don't really fall asleep during movies. I can lose interest in a movie. But for me to actively fall asleep in a movie is very unlike me. There's one movie I do want to rewatch because it's on Paramount Plus, and I did succumb to buy Paramount Plus. Because they were giving me a week trial, and I was like, hey, sounds like a deal. So I was like, hey, cool, I really want to watch Star Trek. Probably won't get around to binge watching it, so I chose the wrong week to do it. But I had to watch a movie that was on there. So the moral of the story is I had to watch the movie. Don't procrastinate and don't pay for subscription services you don't want. I learned that the way of canceling Showtime. Which is a shame because I really liked Let the Right One In, and I would have continued to subscribe for more of that. So yeah, I wasted at the worst opportunity too. That's just great. Yuri was my main. If you're wondering why a lot of his stats are filled out, it's because I really did like using Yuri in the main roster. He was a fun character to use, and I liked him for it. So yeah, what else be happening? I like to watch Lucy again. Not looking forward to that. I want to rewatch it, man. I really want to watch Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear looks great. Oh my goodness. Cocaine Bear is one of those movies where no one in my family is going to want to watch. Like, oh my goodness, no one. I'm that one person who's like, oh, Cocaine Bear, it looks good. It got good reviews, so I definitely do want to see it. So yeah, let's deal with the monk. I should be talking about this game. It's just like, I get distracted easily, but it's good to see Claude, because Claude is my best boy, you know. And if I had to have one of the Ashen Wolves as a husbando or waifu, it would definitely be Yuri. So I think Yuri would make a great husband. I just think that is a weird way to be like, I think he'd be a great husband. I'm looking at the timer thingy, and I'm going to realize, hey, we're just going to spam this for a bit, and after we use all 3, we're going to go right to support. Because that is how my mind works. We are continuing with Ashen Wolves. Tomorrow is going to be Balthus. Looking forward to that, and then Constance and Happy. So yeah, we will be recording those down the line. I need to talk to myself about when I want to record that, but I think I have an idea. But that's just my thought process in my head about what be going on. And we'll do one more and then support. Well said, Claude. Well said. Let's shuttle this. Okay, that looks fine. We're going to return to camp. Because why not? You know? Don't you know? I like how it says question mark, but Claude is 21. That is an immediate plus 10 for me. I'm checking the interwebs. I'm thinking my battery really got hit because of the Pokemon recording I was doing. But yeah. Well, let's get the support conversation with Yuri. Can't wait to learn more about him as a character. Actually, I think it's with Petra of all people. I remember Petra getting... Okay, let's do it with Shez. Why not?
Oh, Yuri, you're back? I thought you'd still be away.
Well, look who it is. I figured if I didn't come back before sunset, someone might get worried and ransack my room again.
I wasn't ransacking. You're gonna keep holding that over my head, aren't you?
Just joking, friend. No need to take everything so seriously. Anyway, it's late. Shouldn't you be getting some shut-eye?
Probably, but I just got my second wind. How was your mom, by the way?
Well, it's not looking good, that's for sure. But she's still got some fight in her yet. I'd planned on staying longer, but she told me to do what I had to do and sent me on my way. One minute she wants to see me, the next she's telling me to go home. Honestly, she's all over the place.
Reminds me of my mom. The one who raised me, anyway.
She passed away, didn't she? Judging by your expression, she must have been pretty special.
She was. More than I can say. She took me in when I'd been abandoned. Taught me how to live. We weren't blood related, but she was my mom. No doubt about it.
I'm sure wherever she is now, she's very happy to hear you say that.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. It's been on my mind for a while now. About your real name. Your mom gave it to you, right? Where does it come from? I've never heard anything like it before.
Look up. No, a little more to the left. See that bright star over there?
Bright star. To the left? Which one? There are thousands of stars up there, and they're all bright.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you find it or not. Anyway, it's that star's ancient name. The white star that the goddess herself made into a disciple. My mother is a devout follower of Ceros. But I know it's a pretty ostentatious name for a penniless kid.
I don't think so. It just shows how much you mean to her.
Yeah. Well, I do like it. She gave it to me after all. I'm not sure how much of the scriptures she really understands. But knowing her, I'm certain she put a lot of consideration into my name.
Then doesn't it seem like kind of a waste not to use it? What with how much thought she put into it?
I've used many names, and each one comes with its own mask. But when I hear my real name, all those facades fall away. The only people who can call me that are those who are truly special to me. Immediate family, or someone just as important. Which means that if you're so intent on using my name, you better be willing to spend the rest of your life by my side.
Rest of my life, huh? Okay, I'll think about it.
The look on your face right now, it's priceless. Regardless, it does make me happy to hear that you like my name. And if you ever decide you're up for it, let me know, okay? I'll think it over too, just in case.
Okay, well said, Yuri. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this part. And join us next time to take a look at Balthus. Oh yeah, you bet I know what we're doing with Balthus. Till then, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.